Cool. Let's start this off. Okay. The dream started out as boats. Okay. And when I say boats, like vacation boats, to what I thought, like to my knowledge, that's what it looked like Carnival Cruise Line, stuff like that. And then, like, I panned out and I saw carrier groups. Okay. And these ships would look like they're gliding through like oil, like the ocean didn't look like the ocean. It was just it wasn't a sea. It wasn't any kind of like um, ocean that I've ever ridden through. Or ridden over. Um, and a man stands in front of his ship. He's concerned as the oily mist begins to fall to his boat, like as if like it was now falling from the sky. It wasn't only on, this ocean line. Now it was like beginning to fall from the sky. To his side, a man with a black turtleneck stands proud. Um, this man points to land, although he can't see it. But I remember seeing flickering of lights, like there would be land there where he was pointing to, and it looked like they were like making land, like making like it maybe an invasion or landfall in general. The reason I say invasion is because um, the one man was dressed like English Navy, like we've seen 1,000 times with the pea coat, um, and the little hat and all that. And then the other guy though, which is weird to me, was like a Russian, and he had like the turtleneck with like the striped shirt. You know what I mean? Like so like Hollywood of it, but that's the way that it looked. Um, you could see like small orbs of fire, where people may have been like barbecuing in the sand on a beach or something like that. Like these people were not ready for what was about to happen. I wasn't sure if the whole ocean was about to explode with fire, or that what was happening was so grimy that the ocean couldn't even sift through the disgust of what was happening in its ocean. Then the dream changed a little bit. I heard a heavy guitar sound, like an electric, like a I can't even make the sound really. It's like when you have an amplifier and the guitar is just hanging by a string, and you can hear that charge of the guitar going through the amplifier. So um, no music though, but people were walking in groups, like families maybe, or like I described it here, like people were trick or treating, but it was like during the daytime. They didn't really know where they were going, but like they were all walking to the same place. Like it was very ominous feeling. It was very like all the doors of the houses were open, as if people were just going in and taking whatever they needed and just leaving. Um, and then again, the dream. Of course, the dream changed over again. But this time, I was at like an airport and like a control station, and I could see people were at like well, they weren't people. They were that's weird, but they were like babies, and they were at the helm of what was going on. Air traffic control, and in the sky you could see like these orbs of light that were coming into our atmosphere, and just like it was let me think, like in Batman versus Super no Batman, okay, it was in Superman when he's fighting Zod, I guess. When they recharge into the atmosphere, that's the depiction that I would use when they were like truly fighting, and when they broke the atmosphere. That's how it looked, as if these streaks of light were just coming down. And then it was weird because I think the way this was backwards, but whatever. okay, there's a church, but it was toppled onto its side. It was as if, like, in my, I describe it as like it was in a like a dryer, and it had been spinning for days or out, months, even years, and everything was just toppled all over the place, and the church itself was on its side, and I couldn't really tell what kind of church it was because I know people are going to ask, but that's what I saw. And then um, an angel picked me up and took me to like a ledge that was now the top of the church, like to protect me. Um, he was hiding me. This angel, I could tell, was once beautiful, but now it was, I don't want to call it ancient, but it was not, its essence and its grace was taken away, as if it's been here and lying dormant for a very, very long time. Like moth ridden, his wings were seared and charred. It was sad, but it was wasting its grace that it had on me, like it was protecting me. He told me to wait, don't make a sound. I could see on the floor there was many relics. I could see like the gold chalices, and there was coins and money and all kinds of different like coinage that people would use to trade with, and even those I wrote it down. People are gonna kill me for this. Even those hats, like you see like in the movies that like the Jewish priests would wear, like they always show the Caiaphas with the, you know what I mean, and the his uncle with the big hats and all that. But that was there too, and I thought that was weird. And out of one of those hats came an ooze. Okay, it wasn't a snake to me because it wasn't like solid to me in the dream. It was very, very wet, I'd say, but it was thick, like thicker than oil, but it wasn't like wet, like as if like it'd leave a mark on your hands. It'd be more into like seeping into your skin. So like I said here, it's similar to a snake, but it wasn't. But it did slither. Like the way that it slithered was very, very organic. So um, this angel, it jumps down, and where I could see that it once had like a lance, like they call it a lance, a stick with the like a knife at the end. The lance is broken, um, but he was wearing it on his side like a knife, like it was now like a dagger, and I got the name Zoriel, like Zorial, Zoriel, Zoriel. I got Zoriel. Um, then the ooze was very black. It's like I could see it. I call it pasting down into like the coins, but like it wasn't going onto the money. Like it wasn't leaving a trace. It was as if like it was going into like a hole almost. And the next thing you know, this big like this beast of just black, like it was just like just black mass, um, of just hatred and pure just bad, just rushed out, and it was like it's unbelievable. And I heard the name Michael Jofiel. I wrote Zophile or Zovile or something like that. Um, and it was like a voice said, "Protect what is light, protect what is left of light." And like I was just stunned. I was just kind of in awe, and I woke up